Hello everyone, I am Anish and along with my teammates Garima, Pratik, Sonu and Kishore, we will be presenting an analysis of the case Leslie Brinkman and Versutia Capital. To start, let me give you a quick overview of the main issues. Leslie Brinkman is the CEO and the founder of Versutia Capital. When she started the company, it was a small team that worked really well together. Everyone understood the roles, communication was smooth, and the team performed at high level. Leslie led with the people first time she trusted her team, gave them freedom and focused on building strong relationships. But as the company grew, things began to change. The team got bigger, new clients came in, and the work became more complex. However, Leslie didn't make enough changes to the way the company was managed. Now the team is facing problems like unclear roles, weak teamwork, and rising tension among employees. People aren't sure who is responsible for that, and and that's causing confusion and frustration because Leslie keeps using the same information leadership style without adding clear rules or structure. It's become harder to keep things running smoothly. The team's performance has dropped and the morale is low. Leslie now realizes she needs to rethink how she leads and how the company is set up so the team can work better together and grow in the right direction. Within, with that in mind, with that in mind, let's move to the next part of our presentation where Garima will talk about the key decision Leslie is now facing. Thank you.
Thank you, Anish. So, from the beginning, Leslie made intentional decisions in building Versutia. She hired friends and former colleagues to foster trust and alignment, and she created an informal, non hierarchical culture. Her goal was to empower the team by fostering cooperation and independence without defined rules. These improved intentions, however, came back to haunt her with the company's expansion. Workers remained unclear about what they were supposed to do in the absence of role definition and structure, and Leslie's reluctance to create formal processes diluted responsibility. These early design decisions, adequate for a startup, did not scale when the company expanded. Next slide, please. Now let's talk about her leadership style and culture. Leslie's style is people focused and team based. She is a harmony preferring, listening, non confronting person. While this was helpful at first, now it has resulted in muddled expectations and ineffective conflict resolution. People are uncertain about expectations and decision making. The culture, while being an informal entrepreneurial one, has fragmented. The gap between Leslie's vision and reality at the ground level is growing. Low assertiveness by leadership has led to low clarity and more internal conflict. Handing over to Pratik.
Thank you, Garima. Hello, my name is Pratik, and I'm going to explain organizational effectiveness. The company is not enabling growth. There are no set rules, and the workers are working in silos or on top of each other. People conflict, namely workers Amy and Tom, is not addressed and interfering with group performance and cohesion. There is no mechanism for monitoring performance or official onboarding. New employees are not being mentored, and there is not a feedback culture in place to drive betterment. These are the organizational problems that are keeping Versutia from being a high performing, cohesive firm. Now, handing over to Kishore.
Yeah, thank you, Pratik. And now, let's see how the possible solution works in analysis. There is three potential solutions of the leases have been identified. First, she could recognize the company and defines roles as, and then more responsibilities and design rights as. These will cut off the cushion and make things more effectively. Second, she could engage the external consultants to perform the leadership of coaching and conflicts management. These will help deal with the team dynamics and support business developments. And both hire an extreme consultants and implement performance of management systems. Third, she should be implement the proper performance management systems, embarrassing KPIs, continuous feedbacks, and review cycles. This will foster transparency and responsibilities. Each solution solves a varying elements of their problems, but will be the most effective is utilized collectively with their strategy. Now hand it to the Pratik.
Now I'm gonna talk about recommended solutions. So we suggest a hybrid model that combines all three solutions. First, Leslie should introduce a new structure with assigned roles and reporting lines. Second, she must work with a leadership coach to enhance her confidence and leadership ability to command. Third, the consulting firm will intervene in tensions between teams and guide strategic initiatives. This dual approach tackles the organizational and personal problems Leslie is facing. It will allow the firm to stabilize while allowing Leslie to grow into a more powerful, more effective leader.
Hello, myself Sonu, and I'll let you through to the conclusion and link to the course learnings. So, this case deeply reflects our course learnings. We have seen how organizational structure become essential as firms grow. Leslie's situation shows why adaptive leadership matters. What worked early on doesn't work forever. The lack of conflict resolution and performance systems illustrates the need for emotional intelligence and accountability and in leadership. Applying concepts like system thinking, leadership adaptability, and team dynamics helped us better understand and evaluate Leslie's current dilemma. Moving on to the next slide. Who did what? To summarize our contributions, firstly, Anish handled the introduction of team and overview of the case study. Second, Garima worked on Leslie's key decisions and analyzed her leadership style and culture. Third, Pratik studied the organization's effectiveness and figured out the recommended solution to the given problem. Fourth, Kishore focused on the solution analysis, and myself covered the conclusion and provided connections to the code. Each of us also contributed equally to the discussion and final presentation. Thank you.